Armie Hammer, the 38-year-old actor who gained fame for roles in films like The Social Network and Call Me By Your Name, recently shared a rather unconventional birthday gift he received this year, an actual vasectomy, which was given to him by none other than his mother, Dru Hammer. This revelation came during an episode of his Armie HammerTime podcast, where Armie welcomed his mother as a special guest. The conversation, which had a mix of humor and awkwardness, turned into an open discussion about the gift, its reasoning, and even touched upon the notorious cannibalism and sexual assault allegations that have clouded Armie's reputation in recent years. Armie and Dru spoke candidly about the moment that led to this unexpected birthday present, starting with Dru's initial question to her son. She recalled the conversation she had with Armie leading up to his birthday. "I call Armie and I go, 'What would you like for your birthday this year?' Dru said, reminiscing about the casual nature of their exchange. Armie, in typical laid-back fashion, responded, he was like, 'I don't know. Maybe money. Whatever.' At that point, Dru, who had a completely different idea in mind, replied, 'I believe I'm going to give you a vasectomy.' The unusual nature of her suggestion set the tone for what became an unexpectedly funny and personal moment in their lives. Despite his initial surprise, Armie explained that he was on board with the idea. "I go to a doctor's office and I go, 'I'm here to schedule a vasectomy,'" Armie shared during the podcast. He described how the doctor was somewhat hesitant, asking, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Armie, however, was adamant. "I have 2 beautiful kids. I don't want any more kids. I'm good to go," he responded, clearly satisfied with his decision to undergo the procedure. As he continued, he explained how the medical professionals tried to talk him out of it, suggesting that it wasn't a decision to be taken lightly, but Armie remained firm in his choice, telling them, "You're not going to talk me out of it. I'm done. I'm good." The humor in the situation didn't end there. Armie recount the conversation with the receptionist, which added another layer of comedic absurdity to the story. When she asked him if he was going to put the procedure on insurance, Armie responded, "Actually, I don't have insurance." The receptionist, taken aback, responded with surprise, "What?" Armie continued, "Yeah, I haven't had insurance for years." The receptionist was clearly puzzled, but the paperwork continued. She then asked, "Are you going to be putting it on a credit card?" To this, Armie replied, "My credit cards won't cover this. My mother's going to be calling you and she's going to be paying for it." At this point, the receptionist was stunned, and Armie humorously added, "She was looking down and she looks up and goes, 'What?' And I go, 'Yes, my mother gave me this as a birthday present.'" The absurdity of the situation was evident, as the receptionist likely never expected to hear such a strange and personal detail. The entire scene highlights the oddity of the situation, an actor's mother paying for his vasectomy as a birthday gift. Dru explained that she didn't make this decision on a whim, but rather, it was something that made sense to her. She shared that, as a Catholic, she would prefer Armie not engage in premarital sex, which led her to believe that a vasectomy was the responsible option for her son. "I'm Catholic, and I would prefer that he doesn't have sex outside of marriage," Dru said on the podcast. She added that while she hoped Armie would adhere to this belief, she acknowledged that, given his fame, this was likely unrealistic. "I know there are these young girls that would love to have Armie Hammer's baby," Dru added, humorously referencing her son's attraction to young women. This comment was a candid reflection of the pressures and attention that public figures like Armie often face. In response to his mother's comment, Armie joked, "Maybe when I had money they would." His response, filled with light-heartedness, further underscored the comfortable dynamic between mother and son. The conversation didn't end there. Dru also addressed the highly publicized and controversial allegations that Armie faced back in 2021. The actor was accused of sexual assault, emotional abuse, and disturbing behavior by several women, with some even alleging that he made chilling comments about cannibalism. These allegations rocked Armie's personal and professional life, leading to his removal from various projects and a tarnished public image. However, the allegations did not result in any criminal charges, and Armie has consistently denied the accusations, maintaining that he never engaged in any illegal activity. Dru, in a more serious tone, shared her thoughts on her son's public controversies, stating, "I love that you lived up to your wrongdoings when you were on Piers Morgan." This comment referred to an interview that Armie gave in 2021, where he addressed the accusations and expressed regret for his actions but denied criminal conduct. In this podcast discussion, Armie reflected on the allegations, acknowledging the difficulty of the situation but also reinforcing that he had not committed any crimes. He admitted that the public scrutiny has been incredibly challenging, and that the accusations have impacted his career and personal life in significant ways. Despite this, Armie and his mother's ability to joke about the bizarre nature of the vasectomy gift highlighted their close relationship, filled with humor, warmth, and a certain degree of irreverence. The vasectomy story, while undoubtedly unusual, has sparked widespread interest due to its oddity and the candidness of the conversation between Armie and Dru. In many ways, it's a glimpse into a different side of the actor's life, a side that reveals the complexity of his family dynamics and how they navigate difficult and controversial topics together. It's also a moment of levity amidst the ongoing controversy surrounding Armie's public persona. The unusual nature of the gift and the story behind it offer a rare opportunity for the public to hear Armie speak openly about his life and the difficult challenges he's faced in recent years. The entire situation also raises questions about the nature of public life and the scrutiny that celebrities face when their personal lives are put on display. Armie Hammer's career has been significantly impacted by the allegations against him, and many of his professional endeavors have been put on hold or cancelled altogether. Despite this, Armie has attempted to remain active in the public eye, including through his podcast, where he has addressed various topics in a more personal and unfiltered manner. His decision to discuss such intimate matters with his mother on a podcast further demonstrates the actor's willingness to be open with his audience, even in the face of public adversity. While the future of Armie Hammer's career remains uncertain, the ongoing discussions surrounding his personal life and professional comeback continue to capture public interest. Whether he will fully recover from the controversies that have surrounded him remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. His relationship with his mother, Dru, remains an important part of his life. Their ability to joke about a serious matter like a vasectomy, while also addressing more sensitive subjects such as the sexual abuse allegations, speaks to the strength of their bond and their shared ability to find humor in even the most difficult situations. The story of Armie Hammer receiving a vasectomy as a birthday gift, paid for by his mother, is certainly an unconventional one, but it serves as a reminder that sometimes life's most bizarre moments can also offer a deeper insight into the complexities of family, personal choices, and public perception. While Armie's journey through controversy has been tumultuous, his podcast provides a space for him to continue sharing his thoughts and experiences with his audience. Whether or not this unique birthday gift will go down in history as one of the strangest celebrity anecdotes remains to be seen, but for now, it's certainly a story that will be remembered for its absurdity, humor, and insight into Armie Hammer's complicated life.